welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It's Jake Elliott, ready to get this one kicked off. And we're underway here in South Philly. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Bills offense are heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense. And when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
First down, Bills.
And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
On play action, Allen scrambling to his left.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. In motion, Shakir. Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on time.
Still second down.
Allen now on 2nd down. He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Buffalo.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Allen, the throw on 1st and 10. And they'll take this down inside the 35. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. Allen to throw again. That's complete to his tight end. It's Dawson Knox. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Bills first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 5-yard line.
Allen going to make the read and hold on here. And he will take it in himself. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Bills. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead.
Eagles nothing.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. 1 first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. John Mechie was the intended target, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a Big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, Because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll try to run for it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
That's good for another Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Hurts now. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. And that is no good. He missed it. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Bills offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Allen. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Moore going in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
The hold closes quickly. They'll pick up about 3.
At the 44-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. Now it's going to be third down.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 21. First down, Buffalo.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll manage only a couple. That is Cooper DeJean in there for the stop.
Cooper DeJean on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the Eagles' 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's second and 8. Moore going in motion. To the air. On second down, here's Allen.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. From the gun, it's Allen. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. Allen, going to give it to Cook. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is third and goal.
A gain of 4, and it's third down.
In motion, Shakir. And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still third down.
So a much more difficult scenario now. It is third and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. Taking off, and he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back.
Holding offense.
So holding is the call. And take that touchdown off the board. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. From the gun, throw here for Allen. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
7-yard attempt.
His kick is good. And the Bills will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw, Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end, Goedert. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 10-0 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. On the design run. And that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Throwing is Hurts. Pass caught. It's John Mechie. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, They have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown. I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Here's 3rd and 7. Hurts. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And this is blocked.
Yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
Going to keep it on the zone read. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Bills.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. That's complete to Moore on the right side. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a first and goal.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Third and goal. Now it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Joshua Palmer was the intended receiver. And now they're faced with a fourth and goal.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
A 28-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bills will open up a 13-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They find themselves down 13-0 here. As they try to get things started offensively, it's 1st and 10. Fake the give, now it's Hurts. Forced out left.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. On play action, Hurts. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and third down coming up.
This offense just can't seem to get anything going in this opening half, Mike, and they're still looking for their first points of the game, and it's really these missed opportunities that are a big part of the reason they're really struggling here.
That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down.
That's good.
That one good for 26 yards.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Off the play fake, Hurts. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Quick throw, the RPO to Goddard. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Now Hurts going to call his own number. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown, but I don't think he knows yet that this one is coming back.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a costly penalty here. It wipes away the touchdown. 3 points are huge. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He's got it at about the 8. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. They'll run it to the right here with Barkley. Stops at the 6. And that sets up 3rd and goal.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They'll try and get there on the ground.
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force 4th down.
Here we go. Offense still out there. It is 4th and goal. Man in motion is Smith. 4th down. Here's Hurts. And this is on. Wow, the decision to go. He's off. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles are on the board. It's now 13-7.
13. Eagles 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Bills offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. 2nd and inches. He'll step up and run. It's a good pickup on 2nd down, but there is a flag down, and this one might not stand up. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, here comes it. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Jordan Davis getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
And he stood tall in the pocket, hoping something would open up downfield. But this pass rush, they've been relentless in their pursuit of the quarterback, and they're able to bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
So on 4th down, the Bills send out Brad Robbins to punt. And great coverage on special teams to mark it down inside the 5-yard line. The Eagles offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. Oh, that's not going to work out at all. That is a safety. You are hoping your running back can do something to give you space. And, Greg, they got the absolute opposite. Instead, it is a safety.
Yeah, exactly right, Mike. That's all they're trying to do is give themselves some breathing room and get their quarterback out of the end zone on this next snap. But instead, the defense is all over it. They get in the backfield for the tackle for loss, and it leads to the safety.
So after that safety, it is a free kick, and that comes from the 20. He'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. To throw is Allen. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
In motion, Shakir. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
In motion, Shakir. To the air on 3rd down, here's Allen. Now a timeout, Buffalo. Their second. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
They go play action now. Here's Allen. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bills going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. Hurts to the air on first down. That's caught left side by Goddard. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here is Shipley on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Maxwell Hairston there to make the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On third down, here's Hurts. This one down the field, but wind up incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
So on fourth down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. To return is Johnson. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. First and 10, and it's Allen. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receiver saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
That is just knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All three incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Eagles offense ready to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. A run with Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
2nd and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. To the outside. Catch made by Brown. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Now he'll run. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Man in motion is Brown. And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes. Big Ed Oliver. He gets into drop in. It's a loss of 8.
Through the first half, it was clear. This pass protection, this offensive line unit, they were clearly up for the challenge. The pass rush was non-existent, but here in the second half, you can sense a little bit more urgency. You can see them start playing with a little more speed and intensity, and it pays off there with their first sack of the day.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
That's good.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most. And I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Hurts will try it again. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. That is Joey Bosa. Gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one caught by Mechie. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
He'll throw on 4th down with Hurts. That is caught at the 3. And they continue to churn out 1st down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off with.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Now Hurts and the Eagles will try the 2-point conversion.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he cannot get in. The try for 2 comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the 2nd half. It's about to get underway. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bills offense headed back to take over once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. Play action. Here's Allen. And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's 2nd down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
To the air. On 2nd down, here's Allen. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Bills 1st down.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Here's a handoff to Cook. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Throwing on second down. It's out. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Oh, and they had a shot there, Mike. He just overthrows his man, and this just comes down to just continuing to get on the same page. This is a feel throw, a feel route. Just puts a little too much air on it, and he just can't quite run it down.
Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. That's Goddard in motion. A handoff, running left. It's Barkley. And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he's going to give ground and lose yardage here back to the 6.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Third and long for Hurts. He airs this one out looking for Mechie. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think when he goes back and watches this film, that's certainly going to be a ball he wishes he could get back. He puts a little too much air on it, and they're able to make a play, and they get themselves off the field.
So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Play action now, and here's Allen. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work, but in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
From the 23, here's second down and 2. Here's the first carry for the man from Kentucky, Ray Davis.
Davis, the ball carrier. Quinyon Mitchell on the tackle.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
In motion, Shakir. Oh, great job anticipating the play. Running it down for no gain.
Well, you can tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
Allen going to give this to Davis. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
At the 8-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. And he's in. Dawson Knox. Touchdown, Buffalo. Pass now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bills will extend this third quarter lead.
Eagles 13.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here is Shipley on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. And in motion is Brown. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here's a 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
19 yards. That's good for an Eagles. First and 10 at the 47-yard.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He completes this one to Mechie. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage if that, but there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. Here's Hurts. That's out to Brown, right side, complete.
Complete to A.J. Brown. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down, Hurts taking a shot downfield for Smith. And he will score! Game on! Devontae Smith, touchdown Philadelphia. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles have cut the deficit to 5.
Bills 25, Eagles 20.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Johnson now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Bills' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. On the ground, it's Davis. And that one going to be thrown down the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Allen now on 2nd down. Left side, that open man is Knox. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Great timing and anticipation. The second the tight end's head turned around, the quarterback put the ball on him, and now it's, hey, let's see who wants to tackle this big guy and bring him to the ground.
On 3rd down, here's Davis. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Bills 1st down.
Taken down at the 43-yard
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds here. That's only a gain of a yard.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
From the gun, throw here for Allen. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On first down, it's Allen. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. That's an incompletion.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He'll find Shakir open right side.
Complete to Khalil Shakir. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Again, it's Allen to the air. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. Look, great work after the catch to extend the drive.
First down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They try the zone read on 1st and 10. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Buffalo.
It's the combination of size and speed that really differentiates Josh Allen from the rest of the quarterbacks in the league. So it makes a lot of sense that they're going to get the ball in his hands as often as possible, and we just saw why there.
First down, it's Davis. Trying to find someplace to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Allen. Now screen going to be set up for Davis. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
And the Bills first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
In motion, Shakir. Here's Allen to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he is out of bounds. That's a couple yards short of the marker. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play. But those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
He'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Ray Davis. Touchdown, Bills. Everything thing you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now Bass to tack on the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bills will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here is Shipley on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, this is Barkley. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. A pass, caught by Saquon. And he's taken down up past the 35. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hurts. Open man, Devontae Smith. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Throwing is Hurts. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he's gonna get there. He's got the 1st down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chains.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 6. Again, Hurts. Open man, downfield, he's got his tight end, Goddard. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
He takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They come up for 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
Eagles, first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Second down, goal to go. Here comes Barkley. Good blocking, and he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Elliott on now for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Eagles have cut the deficit to 5.
Bills 32, Eagles 27.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out. But 1 first down will essentially end the game. They'll drop to throw. It's slant into the hands of Shakir. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, it's Davis. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Now it's Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. The tight end going in motion to the left. Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Allen down to an 8, and that should do it. So a road win here for the Bills. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Philadelphia, good night.